welcome to the Wrestle Story for those of you on Twitch. We are about ready to go live here on YouTube also, possibly, maybe, could be. What are you doing? Not 11.
No, it didn't work.
Let me see.
It won't let you do 1010. Because the thing is down. Well, we almost thought we had this figured out. This is kind of garbage.
We're testing some stuff here, so just give me a minute here.
It was set up and ready to go.
Why is it not going? It's like showing... Like...
Because it was clicked on 10:15 and not 10:10.
Oh.
That's why.
Alright, so just type in the chat here on the YouTube.
We'll be on in just a second. Because the stupid thing did not work. So, tonight, Monday night, Raw was pretty good.
Okay.
I think it was pretty good. Hello, Mrs. Clean.
Hello, Mrs. Clean. How you doing?
I think that's what that says.
Yeah.
But I can't tell because
it's really small.
So tiny. Hello, what is up?
We're still doing some stuff here, so just give me 1 minute.
It's the first time doing the double stream, and the thing on YouTube didn't go at the same time that the one on Twitch did.
No.
So we just have to fix it so they go at the same time next time.
So maybe your other audience will join you already in progress.
Yeah.
Are you actually on Twitch?
I would assume so. I would assume probably she's on Twitch.
Yeah, it's Twitch. Increase the font. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Seth Rollins stole Bayley's gimmick as the hugger. Hello, James.
Hey, guys.
Obviously, they're not on Twitch. They're on YouTube.
What's up?
Oh, she is on Twitch. Cool. Awesome.
She's on Twitch. The other one's... Oh, so the blue is the blue font, the YouTube, and the other one is
apparently.
the...
That's sweet. We'll be live on YouTube. All right, cool. All right, sweet.
Neat.
Maybe we have this. We are trying something new tonight, guys. We have YouTube, not live on YouTube at the moment. Yeah, we gotta wait a minute because the stupid thing. I hate the stupid clock thing.
Yeah, it's only set in 5-minute increments.
We tried to set it for 10:10 to change it, and it didn't let us change. So we will be live on YouTube here in just a minute.
3 minutes.
So just bear with us. It's something we're trying.
Trying to get it set up.
Trying to get everything set up here.
Gotta work out the kinks. We'll figure it out.
We are on YouTube and on Twitch. For those of you that are joining us.
Oh, wait. We're live on YouTube.
Apparently we're live on YouTube, too.
Are we live on YouTube?
Can you, for those of you on YouTube, can you see us?
What the garbage? I can see it on here. But it's under, like, the Wrestle Story live stream. It's not under, like, our Monday Night Raw thing.
That is weird.
Weird.
All right. Well... Cool.
That's why we can't see the chat or anything. Is because it says that we're
this
live,
whole YouTube thing
live.
is like messed up. It's like
we're figuring this out. Hold on.
Well, James says we're good, so apparently we are up and running.
Yeah, we are live. It's just the thing is.
Hi, over here also. We're live. You can see us.
Mrs. Lean in 2 places.
Yeah.
See, on here.
Our YouTube stream thing says we're not live.
Wait.
Which is weird.
Just a minute. We can fix the typing stuff. Let me just back out here. Don't screw anything up, please.
All right, so we're actually live on both. That is awesome. Sweet.
Okay, hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm fixing this. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah, you're gonna like disconnect.
No, I'm not disconnecting.
You're one of those waiting for things up.
That's on the one stream. There's another stream that says the Wrestle Story live stream. That's the title of it. And that one is live, but the other one that we had set up for 10:15 is not live. See? Look, we're live right here.
That is weird.
But the other one says upcoming and
isn't live. Yeah, the one that we're actually... Twitch is holding. How's it going, Forgetty?
Yo, what
You're always actually pretty good tonight. Yeah, I thought Raw was decent tonight.
Look at this.
We will start, once we get everything
fixed here. This is weird. It's a different thing.
Up in a different spot. All right, cool.
It's different. Okay, so we'll just fix the title and fix the
should we go live because we told everybody we're going live here? Our other dashboard, should we go there?
I don't know. Is it up? It might be up.
Because you left the page.
Well, because... Hold on. See,
We are doing some testing here. We're actually good. Did the internet people come today? Yes, they did. They have actually been working on. We have had better streams over the last couple days.
Exactly, Maven.
Yeah, the title is different and the thumbnail is different, which is stupid.
Okay, hold on.
I don't get this.
Let me look. Sorry, gotta do some.
How you doing, Justin?
This is Logan.
We are trying something new today. We're streaming on Twitch and on
YouTube at
the same time. So we're trying to fix some kinks here. So just bear with us here for a minute so we can try and figure out what's.
Let me fix this.
And it even says, yeah, it's like messed up there.
It's gonna say that we're like live twice, I think.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
I think that's what it's gonna say. Dashboard videos.
We'll have 19 videos up. Fix that up. Thanks, James. We're working on it.
We're working on
it. Let's see if this works. Cross your fingers.
Double greatness.
Yeah, hopefully.
No, we don't need a stupid thumbnail. We already got the thing. We're good. We're good.
It's not letting us go live.
Hold on.
This is stupid.
It's got it. Hold on. Just wait a minute. We're live regardless. We're all set up. It's just on this one. The one that we had before with all of our title and stuff on here, it's being dumb. I can fix the title and
19 videos would be awesome.
I can fix the title and the description and stuff. I can fix the description later, but I can fix the title so then, people can like find us. I just gotta copy it and put it on the other thing. So we can get started if you want to while I fix this.
Alright, so do you want me to start talking about it?
I don't care. You can just, hey guys, what's up? Let's start over. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to the Wrestle Story. We stream we talk about the superstars of the present, legends of the past, and trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, and every Friday after
Just keep going.
SmackDown. And we are working on doing a double stream here on Twitch and on YouTube. So I'm back over on Twitch with you now. This looks good here.
Awesome!
Alright, sweet. So we're up.
Okay.
We're good.
This is so easy. Oh my gosh.
This is pretty cool how this is working. I just hope people don't come to this. Yeah, you can't go down. It won't let you. I've tried it. I like the purple and blue fonts. Yeah, they're pretty cool, aren't they? I kind of set that up to kind of try and match our colors.
Look at Maven concentrating. I'm trying to fix this so people can find us. So we're like all ready to go, And
we're looking to do some changing of some stuff here and trying to make things look cool and everything.
Yes.
And so, this is something that we are testing. It's a test run here. So anybody that is watching us, just bear with us. We are going to talk about the show.
For sure. We're going to get into that. Just hold on, because I have things to say, okay? I have many things to say.
We're definitely going to talk about the show.
In just a minute, as soon as I get this fixed.
Copy all the way down. You didn't copy all the way down.
Oops. There we go. There. Keep talking.
So we will be talking about the show here in just a minute. Becky sold that Mist and her promo was fire, and her promo was fire. Yes, definitely, James. The whole thing was fire. I thought it was awesome. I thought what they did there was pretty cool. That's the Fury that opened a whole new stream apart from the waiting for screen. Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, I
don't know why it did that.
We'll have to look into that to see how to
can't go live.
That.
Like I can't click on the go live here and that says 10:20.
Yeah, it changed.
All right, so let's wait, save it, and see what happens.
In 1 minute when this is fixed. But anyways, guys, Maven has many, many, many things to say. I have many things to say.
Many things to say.
Some
We're going to
good,
talk about it.
Some bad.
Streamlabs seriously needs a competitor. Yes, it would be nice. That is better. Yes, I've tried Stream Elements and it's not as. I won't say it's not as good. But it needs some work. I've done just OBS, but there's a lot more to it than. It's a lot easier with Streamlabs because it's just like click and put stuff in.
Seth Rollins just went from being the most hated to being one of the coolest characters.
Seth Rollins is a cool character. My money's on Drew winning the Rumble. OBS is too much for my brain. Alright, so go back to the thing.
Okay.
Wait, because it just went to 10:20, so we'll see if it kicks in.
Connect streaming software to go live. So it's not going to let us go live because it's not going to connect. But we are live regardless. Forget the other stream. We've got the other one open. We're all good to go, I think, kind of ish.
Go in and delete it. Can you go in and delete it?
Yeah, I can do that in 1 second.
after you paste that.
Yeah, I pasted the description. It's not, the greatest description in the world,
cool.
but it's,
XSplit, maybe?
something.
The only thing about XSplit, it costs money. XSplit, and there's a little more to XSplit than... Because I have looked at it, and there is a little more to it than... I do like Streamlabs. I like Streamlabs. I like the way it works. It's just there's a lot of stuff they could do to make it easier to use. And for those of you that don't know, that's our software that we're using to connect to the computer.
Yes.
All right. So are we ready here?
I think so.
Sorry about the delay here. Like I said, we're trying this out. This is something new, something we've never done. Oh, in our house, Drew McIntyre went from most hated to not. I wish they'd do something with Liv. She deserves so much better.
Guys.
I'm not against paying for content that actually works. Again, I don't like certain... Hey, Glenn and Maven, I'm the Rumble of Messiah. How you doing, Elijah? Elijah, we are trying something new here, so we're going to start talking about the show here in just a minute.
In just a second, I have to delete the other stream, so then we don't have that anymore because...
We'll
fix the thumbnail and everything later. As soon as we're done streaming, we'll fix everything so that it's up.
We are live on Twitch and on live on Twitch and on YouTube. So
I understand that I am deleting. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Cool. So
we're live on both Twitch and YouTube, so we're trying something new. We get a new stable in WB finally. I think it's pretty cool what they're doing with it. So let's go ahead. We'll get started with the show. We're going to talk about Randy Orton.
All right. Can you make that bigger?
Yeah.
So then we can talk, because I got a lot to talk about here. So
maybe I can make it bigger.
Maybe.
I'm probably gonna have to go kill some kids.
Why is it so weird?
Why is what so weird?
There we go. There we go. So, start the show off. Hello.
How you doing, Karan?
I
hope I'm saying your name right.
How's it going? Maven has a lot to talk about. I do. I have a lot to talk about. Tonight's show was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Great show. Great show.
Why, you sounded...
as we're speaking, we've kind of...
Great show.
Well, I was watching our stream freeze there for a second.
Yeah, I thought tonight's show was actually pretty good. Actually pretty solid. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. There wasn't too much on it that I was like... I mean, there were a couple things that I was like... but a lot of it was really good. Including the Brock segment, guys. I don't like Brock, but the Brock segment tonight was fire. Not gonna lie, it was really good.
The thing about the Brock segment, it wasn't just Brock that was funny.
It wasn't even
R-Truth that was funny. It was Brock. It was
the whole thing.
I mean, all of them I thought were funny.
Agreed.
So it wasn't just those two. I thought it was all of them. Sorry, I'm adding some stuff here as we go through this, so we can kind of see what we got going on here. And hopefully this works and everything looks good. So here we go. Testing this out, seeing what's going on. What about Rusev versus Lashley match? We're going to get into that. We'll talk about it. We'll let you know our thoughts.
I'm putting my money on Sam. So we start this show off with Randy Orton. He comes out. He says, I was told to come out here and invite a certain WWE superstar to the ring. He invites AJ out, so AJ shows up. AJ says, out of the goodness of my heart, I believed that you were injured. I believed you, Randy. I thought you were actually hurt. And last week, not to brag or anything, but I think I kind of hit the best RKO that anyone's ever seen. I did it better than you. I was a better Randy Orton than Randy Orton, okay? That was just facts. That's what it was. Just so everybody's aware, that's the way it was.
How you doing, Dylan?
And, he says, Randy, I am the favorite to take out all 29
Raw was definitely good.
Okay? I'm the favorite. Because earlier, I didn't write this down, but Randy Orton goes, I am the favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I'm like, what? Randy, as far as you're concerned, you're the favorite to win the Rumble? Sorry, what? In what world? What world are you the favorite? I don't get that. You are not the favorite to win the Rumble, okay? It's not. It's just stop right there. You're not, okay?
I'm going to SmackDown on Friday. That's pretty cool, Dylan. You'll have to let us know how you liked it and how it went.
Cool.
I mean, obviously we know how like the matches and things like that. Just let us know how it went.
Yeah.
Why is Buddy Murphy joining AEW?
AEW?
That's what he said. Channel looking good, guys. I like the improvements. Thanks. We are actually live on Twitch and on YouTube, so we're doing a test run here to see how things go, see if everything goes smooth.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. Nobody cares about AJ Styles.
I meant AOP. That's okay. We'll get into
AOP,
that. We'll get into
AEW,
that.
same thing.
Nobody cares about AJ Styles and Randy Orton. I mean, honestly, it's not my favorite feud in the world, but then, okay, the greatest person on all of Raw came out, Drew McIntyre, and was like, so, you're going to beat all 29 other men. That means me, right? And he's like, no. So, would you guys like to see us stand around and talk all day? Or would you like to see us get in the ring and beat each other up? I mean, I personally would like to see us beat each other up. That'd be fun for me. And a fight it is. That's what we have. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. This is surprisingly actually a pretty decent match.
I tell you
I didn't have a whole lot of problems with it. Okay, going into the show at the beginning, it was supposed to be AJ versus Randy Orton, and I wasn't super excited for it. I was kind of like, okay, meh, who cares? But we add Drew McIntyre into it, and then I'm just like, yes.
I'm not a huge...
The piece de resistance.
I'm not a
huge...
I wasn't a huge fan of the AJ Styles and Randy Orton feud. I thought tonight, it was pretty awesome. Excluding Drew McIntyre, before McIntyre even got involved in this, I thought what they were doing was pretty cool. The back and forth between the two of them was really good.
I agree.
And then when they brought McIntyre into it, it just made it that much better.
Because McIntyre's great. Brian Cage.
He is really good.
Brian Cage signed with AEW.
Yes, I have seen that.
And Tessa won the title last night.
Which is why he probably got, jobbed last night. RVD.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
And Tessa won the title last night, too.
Yeah.
That was, newsworthy. So.
Yes.
There you go, people. That was that.
Yes, that was that.
So, Drew won the match. I thought it was decent. I didn't have a problem with it.
It was a solid match, I thought. I mean, it was interesting. I have no complaints about any of it. Congrats to Tessa. Yes, there's a lot of people that are upset, though, James. We'll talk about that after we're done with Raw. We'll talk about that a little bit and get people's thoughts, for the, 3 or 4 people that'll stick around and talk about it. And we'll just find out. John L. Bobby Lashley getting on my nerves.
I know the feeling,
I don't know. I don't know. I think... You know what? The thing that they are doing with him is becoming better, I think. Because he's actually speaking a little bit.
Because he's getting angry at Lana.
And so I think it's, just watch and see where they go with this. So Buddy Murphy joined Seth and AOP. Yes, he did.
This is most definitely a good start for Raw and SmackDown for the beginning of the year. I agree.
I think what they're doing right now is pretty awesome. Hopefully they just keep it up and keep going with what they got going on right now.
Hopefully. So we then get a recap of Seth and AOP and KO Joe from last week and their, lovely splendiferous fight. And then we get Ricochet versus Mojo Rawley. And the only thing I could think of was, is Mojo Rawley going to come out and tell us what's in Rowan's stupid cage? Because he saw what's in it. He just needs to get on the mic and tell us what it is. I would just like to know.
Well, apparently it doesn't like Rowan either because it bit him. Or scratched him or something. So who knows?
I didn't see that.
You missed that part.
Probably because I walked out of the room because it was Rowan versus a jobber. And
Probably.
I just figured Rowan's going to win, so, whatever. But I was like, seriously, why don't they just have Mojo Rawley come out and, get on the mic and just be like, this is what's in Rowan's cage. But before he can say anything, Rowan comes out and is like, don't you dare.
I don't know, but I loved Mojo Rawley's outfit. like a superhero outfit.
Mojo Rawley is.
That was funny.
He's cool. I like Mojo Rawley. They just need to do something with him.
Yeah,
he's really funny.
What in the world bit Rowan? A ferret? I think he just scratched his hand on the cage.
Maybe. That's a possibility.
There's really nothing in there.
Yeah.
Rowan's lost it.
He's nuts. I could see that happening.
He's lost his mind.
So Ricochet won the match. It was, cool, fun, whatever. Then we get Street Profits. They're backstage talking about stuff. Talking about essentially what else is going to happen in the show.
Hey, thanks for the subscription. Red, I'm almost Demus. Hope I don't mess that up.
Yes, thank you for subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. So then after that, we got Charlotte Flair versus Sarah Logan. I'm glad that they're still using Sarah Logan.
Yes.
I like that. I think that's cool. Charlotte, okay? I was sitting there. I was watching it. I'm watching Charlotte come to the ring. I'm watching Charlotte just, hanging out, okay? She's there. And honestly, I don't know what it is, but I am not loving her character at this moment in time. I kind of want her to stop the whole, queen gimmick. Because I just feel like, thinking back to Charlotte Flair a couple of years ago before she, did this whole, I'm the queen, bow down to me stuff. It was just, I don't know, so much better. And I just kind of miss it.
Well, we'll have to see what they do with this.
It's not that I don't care for Charlotte. It's just the fact that, this whole queen thing is just, I don't know. I'm just kind of over it,
I don't have an issue
I'm
with it.
kind of
That's
over the whole, referee, hold the ropes while I get in the ring, and all this stuff.
Here's a question, though.
I'm just kind of over it, though,
here's
because
the problem.
She's been doing it it's stale. That's what it is.
Okay,
it's stale, and I think they need to do it's like Roman Reigns.
Okay, but here's
Roman
the problem.
Reigns right now is stale because they need to do something different with his character. Charlotte Flair, for me, is beginning to get stale because it's the same old thing that we've seen for, such a long time now, that they just need to switch it up and do something different with her. That isn't this whole, I'm the queen situation.
That is what Raw finally needed, a dominant heel stable. Yes, I would 100% agree, starring John. I think having that stable is going to be awesome. I like Brock Lesnar. Red Demus, I have thoughts on this right after we talk about this. I hate Brock Lesnar. I've hated Brock Lesnar. But I have some thoughts about what happened tonight. So possibly you may see me say some good things about Brock Lesnar, which doesn't happen
very often.
As far as the Charlotte thing being stale, her dad kept his gimmick forever.
I don't care about her dad. She's not her dad,
So
though.
my question becomes, is it her fault? Or is it the way they book her and put her into these matches? Is it the way they're using her?
It has nothing.
Is that the problem?
No, but it has nothing to do with her matches that she has. I don't have a problem with Charlotte Flair matches. It's about her character and the fact that she comes out every week and is like, bow down to me, I'm the queen, and blah, 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 blah. And it's it's just old and stale at this point, and I don't love it. They need to switch it up and do something different. I say this all the time. She's not her dad, okay? She's never going to be Ric Flair, okay? As much as they want to make her into, oh, yes, she's Ric Flair's daughter, and this, that, and the other thing, and Ric Flair this, and Ric Flair that, and, oh, yeah, Charlotte Flair too. And, she's so much more than that, and they should use her as more than that, but I've said many times, that's what I feel they see her as, is Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter. And she's so much more than that. So I don't like to dwell on the fact that, Ric Flair was the same character his entire career and it didn't get stale. She's not Ric Flair. She needs to do something different. Something, that isn't the same thing. Because it just gets old and boring.
Maybe. And like Mrs. G said, it may be a little bit of both.
Ric Flair light.
She is, but I mean the thing is
And I don't like
when you
that.
sit here and you look at it, they haven't had her in a meaningful feud. They've had her fighting nobody that's been meaningful for a while. And so I think part of your issue is just the way they're using her, the way they're booking her, the way they are, I think a lot of it's just the way they're utilizing her. Going back to
Personally,
NXT, she was always my least favorite out of the four. Charlotte should just be herself. Ashley Flair, in my opinion. I don't know, I kind of like the Charlotte Flair thing. How you doing, Scott? Raw ratings won't be good because of the college football national title game. I I think they're going to be better than you think. I know a lot of people. Sorry, I know a lot of people that feel that they were kind of, if they watched the game, they watched the game. If not, then they didn't. Just because of, it's so long between the last week or the last, actually, what do we had now? 2 weeks before, since a meaningful game. And I just think people just start like, okay. And then you had the NFL thing this weekend, so I don't know that it's going to hurt them much. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Are you done?
No.
Are you done cutting me
Yeah,
off?
go ahead.
Okay. Personally, I don't think it has anything to do with what feud she's been put in or what she's doing, because like I said, I don't have a problem with Charlotte Flair matches and anything that she's doing with that. I just have a problem with the Charlotte Flair character. And what they're doing with her currently, I just feel is kind of stale. And they need to do something different. And they just need to, switch it up. Okay? That's just the way I feel.
I mean, if they do, they do. But I don't see an issue with her in particular. I think that the big issue is the fact that they haven't utilized her. But it's like it's with all the women.
But what does that?
Just
No,
not
but
utilizing them right.
what does it have to do with them not utilizing her?
Well, because if you utilize them right, you're gonna have. How you doing, Clark? You're gonna have there's just gonna be more into it. People are gonna be more. It's like anybody else.
Okay,
Think about Drew
but
McIntyre.
it
You talked
but
about.
this has been happening
Think
for a
about it,
while
okay?
with Charlotte, though.
Okay,
Even in good feuds, her character is stale. They need to do something with her that's not the same queen crap that they're doing every week.
Shave her head.
No, it has nothing. Okay, can you be serious for 2 minutes? It's boring. I don't like it,
Yeah.
and they need
Maybe
to
went on a rant.
change it. Okay, I'm not the only person that sees this. It's the same queen character, and it's just do something different with her. Do something different.
They don't have no other tag teams. No, they don't. Buddy Murphy going to get a new theme. Glean finally. Yes, I would 100% agree. I think he will have a new theme. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him. I wonder if he's going to have a new outfit. A whole new gimmick.
No, don't change his outfit. His outfit is cool.
I wonder if they're going to change
the
him
ripped
up
up pants with the
and have him have a whole new
cool.
a whole new outfit. We'll have to see. See what happens.
So that's my 2 cents on, Charlotte Flair. I think they need to change things up. I'm just saying.
Okay.
People agree with me because they always do.
Will Buddy get a new finisher too?
Maven.
Probably not a new finisher, I'm guessing.
I like his finisher.
But I think that
I don't have a problem with this finisher.
You're gonna see.
I want Buddy to get his old theme back, okay? His old theme was good. Then they changed it to some 2K20 standard theme number 4,
Hashtag Maven's just saying. Yes.
I am just saying. She just needs to change something. Just saying.
Yeah, being in a hardcore type match, I don't know. Just doesn't seem to mean a whole lot. What are you looking at?
I wanted you to change it back to the other one so I could read what people were saying, so I didn't have to look at the small one.
Oh, got you. Sarah Logan is like Nikki Cross, a good wrestler, but needs a character to push them. I would agree.
Yeah.
As well as when Beth Phoenix faced Melina in that quit match in 2008. Yep, I would say so. I would agree.
So after Charlotte beat Sarah Logan, we got KO Joe backstage. Kevin is stressed about the rules of the match. He's like, but
I don't blame him. I was pretty stressed about it.
Come on, man. Maven, I respect you, but come on now. WWE is pushing Charlotte into a female version of Triple H. She's going buried every female. Okay, but hold up, bro. I don't have a problem with Charlotte. Okay, you might have a problem with Charlotte. I don't have a problem with Charlotte. The issue I have is the fact that she has been doing the same queen character for like 95 years now, and I just kind of miss the old Charlotte Flair. And I would like them to do something different with her because personally, she's just getting kind of stale because I just like the whole situation of, oh, hold the ropes for me as I step in, and oh, help me take my robe off. Like, it has nothing to do with giving other women a chance, okay? Elijah, that's not even what I'm having an argument about here. I'm just saying they need to change her character. That's all I'm saying. They need to do something with her character. Because currently, it's just kind of boring. And it's the same crap that we see over and over again from her. And I want something different. That's my 2 cents.
All right.
Actually, that's probably like...
Or 6 cents.
My 6 cents, because I've talked about it
there
45 times.
Yeah.
So, KO Joe Show. Kevin is stressed about the rules of this fist fight match. It's not even a match, it's just called a fist fight, I suppose. And Joe Show is like, Kevin, don't be worried, dude. Like, we got this. We've got the big show's, giant fist to punch people in the face. And Seth Rollins is like gonna get knocked out. So don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. Just calm down.
Corey Graves just said this. Wow. F this. Fire me. I'm already fired. Interesting.
Yeah, Corey Graves says some stupid things.
Yeah.
He says a lot of stupid things, though. A lot of stupid things.
Well, he's not even on a show.
He's on Fridays.
But nobody, pays attention to him.
He's on SmackDown.
Yeah, but nobody pays attention to him.
I mean...
So why is he talking about being fired?
I don't know. He's on SmackDown, and then, I don't know, man. Sure, let's fire Corey Graves. Sounds good to me. Yeah, his After the Bell podcast is okay, I suppose.
Thoughts on the Tessa stuff and Triple H stuff? We'll give our thoughts here in just a little bit, Scott.
Maven.
I have some thoughts on the Tessa thing.
So you want Charlotte to get a new character and theme. I said nothing about a theme! Just a new character! Elijah, you're twisting my words, bro. You're twisting my words.
Everyone thought Show was turning heel tonight. I definitely thought he was turning heel. I did too.
I thought it was either going to be Show or Joe.
Based on how they started, I thought they were going to.
Yeah, I really did. With the fact that, they were both like...
Becky should lose at Rumble. I think it would help out the division.
Okay, I'll share my thoughts on that in a minute. Just hold on. Hold on, we're almost there. Calm down. Hold on. I really thought that Joe or Show was turning tonight. I really did.
Maybe Twitter is now a Shane McMahon stan account.
Stop! Scott! You're spreading lies! I'm gonna ban you from the chat. Stop spreading lies about me, man. The other day, they were spreading lies about my new name. And today, Scott is like, you're a Shane McMahon stan account. No, I am not. Don't believe anything he says, guys. He's lying. He's lying. He doesn't know anything.
Big Show versus Buddy Murphy, and Big Show putting Buddy Murphy over. I know. So we gonna have that match?
Oh, that would
Buddy
be
Murphy versus Big Show. Thing is, if Murphy uses his speed, then I think he can win it.
Out of the way.
Yep. You tell us another one, Mini G.
Hey, at least you type that in the other chat so nobody can see it.
Except for they're looking at the screen.
Oh.
Everybody can see it.
Don't pay attention to the purple. Don't pay attention. No. Cover that up. Nobody needs to see that.
Ladder match next week.
It should be good. Should be exciting.
Yeah.
So then we get Brock Lesnar, okay? Heyman comes out, and the crowd is booing them like crazy, okay? Heyman goes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And the crowd says Paul Heyman, with him. And he goes, you're a bunch of idiots. You boo us, and then you say my name with me. You're idiots. And then the crowd chants, you suck. And Heyman and Lesnar look as if they're going to leave. And the crowd starts booing. Big time. And Heyman is like, my client does not suck, okay? He doesn't suck. And then they come back to the ring. And he goes, last week we came out and said, well, Heyman said, Brock will enter the Rumble. He will beat all 29 other men, and he will dominate. Heyman then says, my spoilers are always right, and you all should accept... Hold on. You all should accept that, because the truth will set you... Our truth comes out. He says, I'm so glad that you called me out here, Paul, because I saw something on TV about the Royal Rumble, okay? You might be the most favorite to win the Rumble, but my childhood hero, John Cena, told me to never give up. At this point, Brock Lesnar was in the corner, like, I don't know if he broke character or what it was, or if he was supposed to laugh, but he was, like, dying. He was dying laughing.
This segment was hilarious.
And so he goes, my childhood hero, John Cena, told me to never give up. So I'm here to announce that your 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South Kentucky European TV champion is officially entering the Royal Rumble. And I'm going to take you out, Paul Heyman. And Heyman goes, hey, idiot, I'm not in the Rumble. You'd be fighting Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, this is funny.
And Truth goes,
I love this segment.
Truth goes, oh, my bad. You talk a lot. You go on and on and on and on, Heyman. So I didn't know. I'm sorry. And he says, he then goes, so I'm here to officially announce that your 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South Kentucky European TV champion is undeclaring that I'm in the Rumble. Okay? And then he's like, yeah, that's what's up or whatever. And he starts like singing his what's up thing. And then Brock grabs him and beats him up, F5s him, and then he picks up the mic and goes, that's what's up, and throws it and leaves.
Yeah, it was...
3 words, Brock Lesnar, and everybody was like, boo, but I was like, that was hilarious.
The whole Brock thing, this is where I said I hate Brock. I don't like him.
This was...
I've hated him, but this was a way...
Even repeating what Truth said, I had to get it word for word because it was so funny, okay?
This was a way I felt that it made Brock seem like he wanted to be there. And
like
he wanted
a
to be
person.
part of it. And I felt that it just helped out with him.
The whole segment, yeah. It made it so much better. And the fact that Paul Heyman was just like...
Not that I like Brock yet.
No, I don't like Brock either.
Now, give this time. If they keep up with this, I may change my mind. I won't be a Brock fan just because I don't like the character and stuff.
I don't respect the guy. But this was pretty good.
More. Yes, Clark, those are 3 random matches that are just kind of thrown in there. So, yeah, it's kind of weird.
So,
Bill Cosby's in the house! I thought he was in prison.
So...
That would be my daughter.
Yo. Hello. So... I thought this whole segment was great.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
I thought so, too.
And I don't like Brock either. But this was enjoyable.
Yes. Definitely enjoyable. I thought it was really good, I thought.
It was enjoyable.
I like Raw 8.5. Murphy is getting major heat. McIntyre's getting shine finally. It's time 3-hour truth and a Brock and an awesome segment with Paul. Again, I think that I'd give it an 8.5 is good. That's probably pretty good. I think it's a good one. What is your rant if Shane wins the Rumble?
Guys, we're doing live reactions, so...
Just wait and see. You'll see.
It's not going to be pretty, I don't think. If,
Brock is going to come into your house and suplex you when you take a poop. Hi there, Martin.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
I don't even know what he said there.
I don't know. I was saying hi to Martin. Hello.
Welcome to the stream, Bill. Watch your step.
So yeah, I don't like Brock, but this was enjoyable. And like Paul Heyman is the best on the mic.
No doubt about it.
He is so good at what he does, and like he's just great.
Hey Martin, what'd you think of Raw? Did you watch it first off? What'd you think of it? Cosby, you're gonna get blocked. Serious. You ain't that funny. That's how you be.
So yeah, I mean.
We have our mods on this.
Well,
Don't mind me. Just stop me. By to take out the trash. Man with turn face Brock is good on the mic. She did it.
Hey.
Paul Heyman is boring on the mic. It's the same thing over. Heyman
See,
is awesome, man.
I should watch what I said there because Heyman is really good on the mic. A lot of what he does is the same, but tonight was different and like was.
What just happened? Bill Cosby got kicked out of our stream. Hey.
It was good.
It was good. I did like the first fight. Match. It wasn't too bad. I mean,
the fist fight.
The first or the fist fight match.
Jeez.
One of the two.
So yeah.
Heyman is money. ECW wouldn't be the same without Paul, to be honest. I mean, they're out of business. So they're definitely not the same. Just saying. Paul Heyman has been an evil authority figure since Lesnar returned. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing with him.
Why was it a fist fight and not?
How you doing, Mr. Zap? Yeah, it seemed like it would have made more sense to have called it a street fight
and
rather than a fist fight.
Because okay,
I agree.
Or a last man standing match because essentially, like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I agree. 100%. So you want me to say WWE? Hey, you do what you have to there, Elijah. I don't care. Just letting you know. Guys, awesome setup. Have to get some sleep. See y'all Wednesday night and Friday. Good night. Awesome. Hey, thanks, James. I'm sure we'll see you here in a little bit because we're going to be talking about Becky Lynch here in a little bit. So, but hey, good night, and we'll see you in a little bit.
He just knows. He'll be back.
Yeah. I liked how Buddy Murphy was such a sad little boy sitting in his corner. I thought it was cool. What they did was awesome.
Okay, I'll share my further thoughts on that in a minute. As soon as we get there. Maven and Mystically the New Authority. Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah. They probably called it that because they thought it would make people curious to watch to see what it was.
I guess so, because a lot of people were like, what in the world is a fist fight match? Like, what is that? What are going to be the rules for this? So, yeah, I suppose it made a whole lot of sense to put it out there as that because then people are going to be like, what?
Yes.
Like, what
I agree.
Is that, you know?
Yeah. So. AEW signed someone. Yes, they did.
Marty Scurll staying in Ring of Honor.
And Marty Scurll staying in Ring of Honor and as general manager. Yes, and I've seen rumors that they're going to try and work with AEW.
I haven't seen anything, but I mean, it would be cool.
So, you know, if I think if they did that, I think it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they'd like do a pay-per-view together. I think it, you know, but I have seen where there's a possibility that AEW and Ring of Honor will be doing some stuff together. So maybe some things will be, you know, over the next 5 or 6 months, we'll see some things start to shake up a little bit.
I suppose it'd be neat.
And then think about this: Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling, and AEW all getting together and creating something.
Ring of Honor is a dumpster fire.
It is a dumpster fire, I think, but I think the one thing
honestly, I think if pairing up with AEW and doing stuff with them, it would probably, it might help them out in the long run.
I think that
it's because of the New Japan. Oh. I don't know why.
I think that the thing about Ring of Honor, I think that they need some work. I would agree.
Definitely. But honestly, I think if they paired with AEW, I think it would help them.
I agree. I think they need some work on it. But we'll see what happens. Raw, SmackDown, and UK and NXT versus New Japan Wrestling. too many, like, you know.
And AEW.
Yeah.
Who wins? WWE. Yeah, probably.
I think it'd be cool with having all of them. I mean, well, WWE's gonna win just because of numbers.
Yeah.
And
Kevin Owens was on fire with that movie he did on AOP. Yeah.
Yes.
It was like he ran up the
Look, he says do your English, and then it's like.
I'm sorry.
So now someone's gonna come back and go, Mr. Zapp.
Do you
speak English?
I'm sorry, that was really funny.
NJPW is New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah,
yes,
I couldn't figure out.
I knew what it was. It was
I think he
all
meant
the acronyms and stuff
and.
were trying to like throw me off.
I think he meant and. New Japan and Ring of Honor and
yeah, it was the NJPW, NB, ROH, and AEW. That was throwing me off.
That was hilarious. That was funny.
It was the ND that threw me off, Elijah.
Yeah, you couldn't figure out what that was, but it's supposed to be and.
I was like, versus, and NXT versus what? Did you watch any of the Impact show last night?
We got
we did not.
Well, we got to see the first part of it.
I take that back. We did see some of it.
It was the Austin, Ace Austin or whatever, and what's his face?
Yeah.
Trey. We saw that match, but then our stream cut out, and so we couldn't see the rest of it.
Yes.
Which kind of sucked.
We didn't see all of it.
No.
I'd let chill don't want a YouTube stream fight like Twitter.
After.
We have no fighting in our chat room.
No.
No.
The only person that's allowed to fight.
Otherwise.
I fight everybody.
Otherwise.
It's me versus the world.
Timed out like Bill. Because our mods are on it. I don't know if Forgetty's still here.
I don't either.
She was on Forgetty and
Oh, I did hear that. They cut the pay-per-view off less than 60 seconds after Tessa won. Yeah, she didn't even get to cut her speech. There was a video of her speech on Twitter, and I was just kind of, why? Like.
War Raiders, Vin Kings is boring now. I agree. I think that what they're, but again, I don't think that they're doing a good job with them. I think they need to do more with them.
Hello,
what did I miss tonight? Did you see any of Raw, Lil Fettuccine? It was actually a good Raw.
It was really decent. So after the whole Brock thing, we got Lana and Lashley interview.
Lil Fettuccine, I hate Brock Lesnar. If you didn't watch it, I'm telling you, this was a Raw you need to go back and watch, because there was a lot of good segments on it.
Agreed.
And I hate Brock Lesnar, but the segment with Brock Lesnar was awesome.
Agreed.
So that'll tell you, what we thought of the show.
So
good show tonight. It was a good show. So if you can go back and watch it, go back and watch it because it was pretty good.
Yes. So we then get.
They don't have tag teams on Raw, but Raw got heavyweight and middleweight and women's division maybe. Yeah.
So then we get Lashley versus Rusev. Liv comes out in the middle of the match. Lana grabs someone's drink from the crowd, throws it in Liv's face, and then throws her into the barricade. Lashley wins, and then we go backstage and we have Lana and Lashley interview. Lana says, I'm challenging Liv and Rusev to a mixed tag match next week, and Lashley's like, seriously? Lana, what are you... Now I have to fight Rusev again, and I have to take care of you? And then he walks away.
Yes.
They're gonna get a divorce, and it's gonna be great.
Yes.
And Lashley's gonna be like, Rusev, I see what you, Lana, it's just, no. Just like that. It's gonna go down just like that.
Yeah.
Dude, like I swear to you.
You like the huffing and puffing there? Pretty awesome.
CM Punk, when he put up that tweet about, like, what they should do is, well, Lana and Lashley get married, and then Lashley gets tired of Lana, and then they get a divorce, and then Rusev and Lashley team up, and then Lana, like, finds a tag team, and then they have a match where, like, Lana gets put in a cage above the ring, and the loser gets to keep Lana. That's, like, genius.
That'd be dumb.
No, it would be dumb, but everything thus far is, like, headed in that direction.
But they've, you know what, the thing is it started to become better. Don't do anything to screw it up.
I'm I'm not saying they need to do that exactly, but what I'm saying is I want to see a divorce between not Rusev, Lana and Lashley, and then Lashley and Rusev should be like, dude, Rusev should be like, dude, I told you she's crazy, she's nuts, what are you doing? And then this whole situation just turns on Lana, and then Lana's the crazy one.
Yeah.
And Liv will be like, see, I'm not nuts, you are.
Yeah, I agree.
They could do something totally like that.
Martin says, I am your fighting champ, but I can when I want to, Brock Lesnar. He does, but the segment tonight I thought was awesome. Lashley needs to go to SmackDown or NXT. NXT might be good for him. And then he's better than Brady. We're stable. Who is Dr. Luther?
No idea.
Yeah.
Punk was joking when he said that. I totally get that and understand that, but like everything thus far, they're like leading in the direction of like Lana, Lashley divorce, and it would just be so funny.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious.
The Lashley spear was nasty. Yes, it definitely was nasty. No doubt about it.
Yeah. I agree. So, I don't know. The whole thing where she threw the drink in Liv's face, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think it was just like there, and she was like, well, I'm going to throw it in your face.
Yeah.
And like,
I would
cool.
Agree.
You know, and go with it.
Yeah.
It made it seem more real.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it did make it seem more real, and I think it was cool with it, you know, that they did that kind of probably on the fly.
James is back.
So is going to be number 2 in the Men's Royal Rumble. That is a good question. That is a good question. I don't know.
Lana versus Lashley in a ladder match with divorce papers hanging in a briefcase. That's hilarious.
I don't know who will be number 2. Who do I think
should go back? It better
be
somebody good, though.
Who do you think should go back to NXT? I think that...
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
I think some of the people they don't use should go back to NXT. I mean, I think that would be best for them.
Imagine if Drew McIntyre's number 2, and he throws out Brock Lesnar, like, first.
I have said
and Brock's, like, gone, like, at the very beginning of the Rumble.
I said they need to have...
And then he's like, seriously? Bro, what is this garbage? No, can't do this.
I agree. I think that they need to have...
That would be awesome.
I think it'd be cool having him having him at number 2.
Bobby versus Rusev. Loser has to marry Lana. They both divorce her, and then it's like they have one more match, you know. Winner, loser. Loser, yeah. Loser has to remarry her.
Yeah.
And deal with her for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Apparently Kevin Owens and Asuka are going back to NXT.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Okay, Kevin Owens, I don't know if I'd like
Here's a question.
Kevin Owens is being used really well on Raw, and I really like the story with Asuka, so I don't know if I do that.
Why, with those two, why would you send those two back?
I don't know, probably just to beef up the division.
They're the best division out of all
the brands. Which I get and I understand, but just to add more people, I suppose? I don't really know. I wouldn't be able to tell you a reason to send them down there. I mean, they would be useful.
Of the 3 brands, the NXT is probably the strongest of all of them.
They would be useful in NXT, yes. Does NXT need them? No. But would it be cool if they went back? Yeah, sure. I mean, I'd be down for it. I'm not going to have a huge problem with it.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Send Dana Brooke and Sarah Logan to NXT and bring Maven and Gleen on the main roster.
Thanks, man.
I can manage.
Kevin could finish.
I don't know that I'd really want to wrestle, but she could wrestle probably.
Kevin could finish his feud with Undisputed Era and win the title off Adam Cole. See, that would make sense because now he has beef with them. I always wanted Kevin and Adam to, like, you know.
Maybe it's like that's nice. 10 out of 10.
Thanks for getting.
I
send Brock to NXT if he loses the title. Yeah, send him to NXT so then he can just, you know, never show up.
Alone. James, I thought you were gone. I told you you'd be back. I knew you would be. Asuka could feud with Rhea, which would be boss. I think there's a lot of things they could do, but I mean, those two just don't make a lot of sense because I think that NXT is the strongest of all of them. So I would think you'd want to send back someone that, like, some wrestlers that you're not using a lot. Glenn, I think that is a smart idea because Owens told the interviewer that he wants to go back to NXT. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Oh, NXT. I was trying to figure out where we were in the show. The Lana thing. Whatever.
So yeah, I mean it's one of those things that's it's I don't know. Leave Lana alone. So send Asuka to NXT. How about Kairi Sane? Triple. Again, this is why I say that it's a tough situation to on like you have to decide. You know, that's why they got timed out. You know, we've had like Bill Cosby and like inappropriate names show up in our chat. So it happens, man. It happens. You know, we just move on.
I'll be right back. I just scratched my arm on the table.
And you're bleeding.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Like everywhere. Good job.
I don't know how I did that.
So yeah, I mean it's I don't know. It's one of those things that I think that more shocking. Taker moment when he beat Hogan to win his first world title, or when Lesnar ended the streak. The Taker, I would say. I will send people who not being used, but Owens and Asuka is being used. That's why I don't understand whether sending them would even consider sending them down, just because they don't they do a good job and they're being used, and you would think that and like I said, NXT is the strongest of the three divisions in my opinion. Thoughts on the teams in the Dusty Tag Team Classic? I think it's interesting. I think it'll be good. I think um, I think they got the right teams. The Riddle team is kind of growing on me. So we'll see what they do with that. But overall, I think that what they did is okay. The only thing I would like to see is, and I've said this before, I think if they would have had some main roster teams on there, I would have been cool with that. Just because they don't have enough tag teams in the wrestling on WWE really to have a huge effect. So I think that having all brands in the tournament would have been cool, and throwing in some of the people from both SmackDown and Raw. The Broserweights. Yes, I love the name.
Wow.
The name is pretty cool. I like what they're doing with that. I think it's a cool name.
I have a giant. It's not even that big of a cup. We don't have any smaller band-aids.
All right. Here's Kushida's partner is.
Yes. Yeah, Alex Shelley.
Yeah.
Alex Shelley.
Yes.
Is that his name? Yeah.
So yeah. So it's one of those things that
Alex Shelley.
Yeah.
The Time Splitters.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be cool. Glenn, watch out, maybe to join the Dark Order. I saw her talk talk to Evil Uno. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
All hail the Monday Night Messiah.
I have thoughts to share on that. Nope. Hold on. Don't share anything. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So after this, we have Viking Raiders. They come out. They say, different week, same story. No one can beat us. We dare anyone to try and stop us. The Singh brothers answer. The Singh brothers get beat. This is boring. This is garbage. I don't understand.
Forget he's got bandages.
Only Megan could possibly injure herself in a stream. Yeah, dude, I legit.
Hey, sometimes it gets rough in here.
Okay,
and it's dangerous.
The thing is, I nicked my arm on the table. I don't even know what I did that on, but it was like a pinhole in my arm, and I was bleeding down my arm.
Adding a stream medic to the
literally bleeding down my arm. It's because of the meds that I'm on. They thin my blood.
Yeah, so her when she gets cut, it bleeds.
This is why I can't go out and tear up my legs or whatever and have giant cuts or anything, because I'll bleed out and die. So you know, don't do anything to injure myself.
Yeah, don't do anything to injure yourself.
Because if I just get a little pinhole in my arm, I bleed everywhere.
She bleeds
lose half a
bleeds
gallon.
like a stuck pig. Bollywood Boys versus Viking Raiders was a good match.
That's what I said, my dude. You gotta give a room if y'all do reactions.
14 miles, but at least Bollywood Boys got more charisma than Dana Brooke. Come on now.
But they're just a joke, and we all know they're a joke. So when they come out and fight the Viking Raiders, it's seriously, do you want us to take the Viking Raiders seriously or not? Because this is just I don't understand it.
Baby proofs the room. with it. I'm okay with what they did. You know, doing that is pretty cool. For Maven, not Vincent. Mod and Medic, yep. The way those brothers dance to the ring. I'm a heel. Take it with a creative salt.
The Viking jobbers. That's like pretty accurate.
Again, yeah. but think about this. The tag team divisions, for the most part, are not good. Which is why they need to, do crossovers. They need to have NXT and SmackDown and Raw all getting involved in tag team matches.
When is Jinder Mahal coming back?
I don't know.
Well,
I've seen
didn't he
rumors.
have like knee surgery or something?
Yeah, I've seen
had
rumors.
Something happen to him that was like a pretty bad injury. Not like terrible, but it was a pretty bad injury that was
He just had his leg cut out from underneath him. No big deal.
It was a pretty bad injury that was gonna have him taken out of action for a while. I just don't remember what it was because it was so long ago. But yeah, that was that. So cool. Same brothers get beat. Whatever. Neato. Cheeto. Awesome. So then we get Liv and Rusev. Rusev says, "Bob." Long pause.
He'll be okay because he has bandages. Oh, that's funny.
So, Bob, long pause. "I will beat you. You're a waste of my breath. You and Lana are meant for each other. You're a waste of my breath. You and Lana are meant for each other." He said that like 3 times. Like those 2 sentences he said like 3 times. And I was like, bro, dude, we get the point.
It was for a fact.
It's a waste of your breath, but yet you're still talking about him. Awesome, cool. And then Liv says, "Lana, I am the living embodiment of your karma, which is not only a goddess, she's also an honest-to-God bitch." So, I thought this is like a pretty good promo for Liv.
Yes.
In all honesty,
I
thought it was pretty good.
Very, very good.
Very effective.
Yes.
It works for me,
Yes, I agree.
So, we have their mixed tag match next week. Then we get, guys, this was the best segment on the show, this next segment. The Becky Lynch and Asuka contract signing, because you guys,
It is troll night.
Don't.
I've banned 2 people already. Well, put them in timeout. Probably should have banned them.
Is Rey and Andrade having a match at Rumble? Hair versus mask, or title versus mask?
Thanks.
Match.
Thanks, Mrs. G.
No idea. She's at the PC training her moves. Yeah, I did see that. Rusev says he doesn't care. Bobby can have Lana, but instead he's trying to one-up them. Exactly. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like, do you care? Or like, why are you still involved in this? Which is where it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the Rusev and Lashley thing to continue, because like, what does Rusev have to lose now?
Nothing.
He doesn't have Lana anymore. He was like, I want Lana gone. I want her to disappear, and I don't want to deal with her anymore.
Good job, Mrs. G.
But yet, he's like still fighting Bob.
Yeah.
I guess it's more so of like a Bob thing and not really a Lana thing. But like at the same time, it's weird.
This is what happens when you post an Instagram.
I suppose so. Yeah. So anyways, the Becky Lynch and Asuka contract signing.
And Lashley and Rusev's tag team. No. You know what? It'd be interesting if it does.
Dude, what did I literally say earlier?
It'd be interesting if it does.
What did I literally say earlier? The whole thing that Punk was joking about was Lashley and Rusev becoming a tag team and then fighting a stupid tag team that Lana comes up with.
That part is stupid. That part is dumb.
Okay, but they were being a tag team. I literally just said that a little bit ago.
You did, but I mean, like, you added to it that was like,
whatever.
I was like, okay, man, that's just like dumb.
Okay, well, it might be dumb, but would it be entertaining? Yes.
It might be.
So, Becky and Asuka contract signing, guys.
Rusev
generally,
is AKA the new Billy and Chuck. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Okay. Go ahead.
Where is Starring John when I need him? He would like show up and be like, "Yo, Mr. G, why you cutting her off? Stop it."
Am I the only one who likes Lashley? You know what? I'm not a huge Lashley fan, but what they've done with him the last couple, like, they've actually had him to start talking. So we'll see what happens. Laura says Rico.
So, Becky Lynch and Asuka contract signing. Generally,
hang on. James, are you here? Because now we're talking about Becky Lynch. Just wanted to prepare James, okay?
Are you done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. The contract signing. Okay. Generally, contract signings are not very good. Okay? Generally, they are not. But this is probably the best contract signing I've seen in a long time. Anybody else agree with me?
It was cool.
Maven, It's okay. Glenn trying to cut a promo.
Trying. Working on it. It's not working out well.
So, we have Becky Lynch and
I never
Asuka.
liked Asuka and never will.
See, James is right there.
I need to hear it. I love the character right now.
I love this whole thing, okay? I love this whole thing. This whole thing is gold. This whole thing, this whole feud, this whole story, this everything with this has been the best from the get-go, okay? It's been the best. So, Becky comes out, she gets, Jerry Lawler's like, Becky, do you have anything to say? She picks up the mic and goes, no, I don't have anything to say. Except she didn't say anything, she just dropped the mic. And then Asuka comes out, she yells at Becky in Japanese, and I have no idea what she said, but it sounded mean. And then Kairi is with her, and Kairi comes at Becky with the umbrella, and is like, here. She's like, I've got a pencil. And it's like poking Becky, and Becky's like, no, don't touch me with the umbrella. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was so great. And then she finally grabs the umbrella and throws it out of the ring, and Kairi's like, fine, I'm leaving. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then they signed the contract.
You all need to have Google Translate ready for these Asuka moments. Yes. That way we know what she's saying. That'd be
true. So they both signed the contract. Nobody goes through the table, and I'm like, what? Is that it? Is this the whole segment? What is this? And then Becky picks up the mic and she goes, all I have to say is may the best woman win. She puts the mic down. Asuka gets up from her seat and looks at Becky, and then spits the green stuff in her face. And Becky has the literal best reaction I have ever seen in my life. She sold this so well. This reaction to the mist getting blown into her face, nobody has had a better reaction to it than Becky.
Yes.
The way she sold it, she was screaming her head off and was like, my eyes, and then she got on the ring apron and she was holding her eyes and was like, I can't see, and then she was like, Jesus, and then she said
Jesus,
she said a curse word or something, and they took the sound out, and so she was selling it really well.
She told Becky, you boring, and I'm taking that title.
And then she sat on the floor, and they were right up in her face, and I was like, this is the best thing I have ever seen in my life. So she's getting water poured in her eyes, and they do this whole thing, and she's like, hand me the freaking microphone, and then she gets on the mic, and she's like, she said some things at the beginning, and then essentially the whole thing that she was getting to was, at the Royal Rumble, if I go down, I'm going down swinging, and I'm taking Asuka with me. And that's all I gotta say on that. And then she just walks out with green stuff in her face, and I was just like, that was the best segment I've ever seen in my life. That was great. Asuka didn't even do anything. Asuka spit the green stuff in Becky's face, and that was it. That was it. Asuka didn't need to do anything else except that. And then Becky did the rest of it, and it was just perfection.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
To answer your question, Lafettina, I don't know what they'll do. If someone from NXT wins it, do they get to pick which title they go for? I would assume so. For predictions for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and you guys got a fantasy book each Rumble match or just the winners, we're still talking about what we're going to do. So we'll see. Big Buddy Murphy throwing Seth Rollins, joining Seth Rollins. Yes, I think it's going to be a good one for him. I think it's something that's going to get him a push a little bit. I think it'll help him out.
So anyways, back to what we were saying. The Becky thing was the best thing on the show. It was excellent. It was awesome. Loved it.
I don't know if it's the best thing on the show, but it was good.
No, it was the best segment on the show.
Okay.
What other segment was better?
I don't know if it was it was good.
What other segment?
Tell
me, what other segment was the best on the show?
I thought I felt that
it was
the
good.
What
I
other
don't know that
segment?
it
Like
was.
doing Apollo
Tell
type
me,
stuff.
what other
I
segment
don't know
was the
that it
best on the
was
show?
like. I'm not sure what to do.
I thought
I felt that the um I liked the Brock segment. I thought the Brock segment was really good.
Yeah, but I just think for like all intents and purposes of like building stories up like for the Royal Rumble, I think that was like the best.
Yeah, I mean,
In my personal opinion, it was the best segment on the show. It was just done really well, and the reactions to everything were done really well, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
it was good.
Can y'all not talk about Becky when something bad
I'm down to
happens
do a
it?
fantasy booking for each Rumble match if you guys are down. All right, possibly Little Fettuccine. We'll let you know. Follow us on Twitter.
Wow, I hear an echo
And-
for just a
and-
second. Yeah, it's because he turned
Yeah, it was my
he
fault.
turned the sound on to the Twitch one for
I
just a
was
minute.
checking out the Twitch thing, just checking everything, make sure everything was going
Me
good
too,
there.
I heard it also.
Sorry, my bad. I'm checking some things out here as we're doing this new streaming thing,
Yes.
and everything looks good here on our end. So we're looking good right now.
Yes.
What's the Twitter? You know, where people tweet. Ending was the best segment. Can you all not talk about Becky when something bad happens to Becky? Well, we'd like to, James. We'd like to just skip the segment, but then we have people going, why didn't you talk about Becky?
See, I thought this segment was really good.
I wasn't fixing it. I was just checking to make sure everything was going good.
I really enjoyed the Becky segment. I think the build up to this entirely, to the Royal Rumble, this is the best thing that they have going into the Rumble.
No, what is your Twitter? I don't have one, though.
Oh.
It's right there on the screen. It's at the Wrestle Story. Right there where Maven is pointing.
That one.
If you can see our screen.
Right there.
I hope Murphy don't wear shorts. You want him to go naked? Elijah. It's a PG show. And you're talking about some guy running around with no shorts on. What are you doing, man?
So.
No more. Elijah, what are you doing?
So, yeah.
He has to wear shorts.
I like.
No, you can hear. He wears those pants.
So, I like the Becky segment. I thought it was good.
Definitely good.
I thought the whole reaction.
It was good. I don't know if it was the best.
The Mist reaction. The reaction to the Mist was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Best reaction I've seen to that by far. It was the best. And people are gonna have to try really hard to top that.
I agree.
Otherwise, it's gonna be like, wow.
She sold it good. I think the whole thing was good. It was just, I don't know if it was the best segment.
Personally, I think it was the best segment on the show.
Me personally, like I said, it'd be tough to beat that Brock segment. Except Brock segment was awesome.
But okay, I like the Brock segment.
Unless you're Brock, that's funny. How could that end in anything but green mist?
See, sometimes people go through tables, and I was like, oh well, who's gonna get put through the table?
Should the winner of the Black and Murphy feud get a #1 contender shot at the U.S. Championship? I think that their feud is over.
Mhm.
I think they're done.
If Becky loses the title at Mania, I'm done.
The beach with their development at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. Yeah. I don't know.
The Brock segment was less predictable. Sorry, Maven. See, I'm not saying the Brock segment was bad, okay? But I just personally like the Becky segment better because for building to the Royal Rumble, I think that did a better job. The Becky and Asuka segment was building more towards the Royal Rumble, which makes me more excited for that. The Brock segment was just funny.
So here's what happened, Little Fettuccine, real quick. Brock and Heyman come out. They do their normal spiel. I liked how Heyman starts to talk, and then
he goes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman,
yes.
and the crowd goes, Paul Heyman with him, and he goes, you're a bunch of idiots. You're out here to boo me, and then you say my name. You say my name. You say it with me. Like what? Sorry.
So that part was funny. It was hilarious, I thought. And then they get ready to leave because the crowd got loud. I mean, they got loud booing them.
Like you could barely hear Heyman.
And so they start to leave, and then they end up coming back to the ring. And R-Truth ends up coming out. And the boos were loud and strong, and it was probably the most booed segment I have seen in WWE in like a long time. And just how loud they were. I mean, it was pretty cool. So then R-Truth comes down, and talks about his 24/7, 48/7
7-Eleven,
European 7-Eleven.
I-95.
Yeah, whatever.
South Kentucky European.
So he talks about that, and
if you're gonna say it, you gotta say the whole thing.
And then he's talking about facing the big guy in the Rumble, and he's gonna beat the big guy in the Rumble, and Brock's sitting there laughing at the whole thing. I mean, he's just laughing.
It was so funny.
And then
Truth
goes, and I will destroy you, or something along those lines. How he's gonna beat, and he points at Paul Heyman, and Heyman goes, "I'm not in the match, you idiot. It's Brock Lesnar." And then
he goes,
Truth backs off and goes, "Whoa, I'm not gonna be in that match.
I'm gonna undeclare
yeah,
that I'm in the Rumble."
It was a good segment.
It was really funny. So that was
funny.
That was the Brock segment, and it was really funny. For me personally, like I said, I just think for building towards the Rumble, the Becky Asuka thing, I like that better.
It was a cool segment.
Because I think for building towards the Rumble, like if we're just talking about okay, cool, the Brock segment was funny, but it's not really leading to anything for the Rumble. And I'm like really excited about the Rumble now, just for like the fact that the Asuka Becky thing was really good before, and I like everything that they've done with it. But this just adds to it and makes me want to see the match even more. You know what I mean? Which makes me more excited for the Rumble. So I think that's more so why I like that segment.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Better than the Brock one. Just because, what is the Brock one leading to? It's leading to Truth not being in the Rumble. Neat.
Well, it didn't, but I thought it was cool how he came out and said, "I'm going to be in the Rumble." And then he found out that Brock Lesnar was going to be in it and not Paul Heyman, and it was like, nope, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be pulling that
off. I agree. I agree. I think it was a funny segment. Yeah. So, but just for building for the Rumble, I like the Becky one better.
Yeah.
So then we get told next week we're getting Rey Mysterio and Andrade in a United States Championship ladder match. We're getting Lana and Lashley versus Liv and Rusev in a mixed tag team match. And Brock will be live again.
Cool. We'll see what happens. I think it's cool that he's going to be...
Somebody on Twitter was like, Brock's using all of his 2020 appearances in the first month.
We'll see what happens. I mean, they know what they're going to do with it.
You
left out the best part. Sioux Falls City.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to be taken to Sioux Falls City. And Heyman goes, again, you idiot.
It's Suplex City.
Suplex City.
Yeah, it was
okay?
Good. Definitely.
It was really funny.
I got 11 subs on my YouTube now. Cool, James.
Ladder
That's
match
pretty
next
awesome.
week on Raw really went out of the Rumble instead. I can agree with you on that for the Andrade Rey Mysterio thing. Probably because they're going to put both Andrade and Rey in the Rumble, so they're not going to have that match there.
That's my guess.
That would be the only reason I could see
why
they're not.
I would say that's probably why they're doing
that
it.
That would be the reason
Raw.
that I don't think they're booking a whole bunch of matches for the Rumble, is just because they need those people in the Rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's what I would say.
I would agree.
So then we get Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy.
Sorry, John, you have a good night. We will see you.
Talk to you later.
Are you going to be here Wednesday?
For NXT and AEW.
Yeah. And always remember, go Tessa, go.
So, Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy in another amazing match. These two guys, I don't think these two guys can have a bad match with one another. They've had 3 matches this far, and every single time they have been so very good.
All right, we'll be here Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Yes.
Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow.
Yes. Talk to you later. Starring John. Peace out. But I don't think these two guys can have a bad... I don't think these two guys can have a bad match with one another.
Yes.
All their matches have been really good.
I agree.
So, Aleister Black won, and then
Except for now, Buddy Murphy has flipped out and is now joining the dark side.
True. So Aleister Black wins, and then Buddy Murphy just sits at ringside.
I keep wanting to call him Eddie Murphy.
Stop it.
We had Bill Cosby in the show in the house here earlier.
He sits at ringside by the barricade and is just sitting there. He's like, he doesn't move. So we get Rowan versus a jobber next. Rowan won. I didn't watch this match because I walked out of the room, and then I came back, and it was over. So,
the Cosbys.
So, that was that. Then we had the fist fight. And Buddy Murphy's still sitting at ringside, okay? And I'm going, why is he still there? Why is he just like depressed because he lost, or what's the deal? And
yeah, it was weird that he just sat there.
He just sat there, and I was like, well, I suppose it's kind of cool because
the next match started and he was still sitting there.
He was, and then Seth gets over there and like says something to him. I don't know what he said to him, but then he was like, Buddy Murphy got up, got in the ring, and hit the low blow on Big Show.
Yeah.
And then he helped AOP and Seth. They need some team name because AOP and Seth it's not working for me.
He's the Messiah.
No, I don't care. That's not their team name. Yeah, he's the Monday Night Messiah, but
it's the 12 Apostles, man.
Okay. We'll get to
Just
that.
saying.
Just hold on, we'll get to that. We didn't even say anything about that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You just spoiled it for everybody.
Sorry.
I can't believe you.
Has anyone from NXT declared themselves in the Royal Rumble match yet? No, I don't think so. Please, no offense to the Big Show, but why is he a main event in 2020? I think that the main reason he was out there was to try and I think it was just his return, and he's so big, and I think they're trying to get people like Buddy Murphy over, and so I think that's more the reason why he's out there.
Yeah.
Because if he chops down the Giant, I think that kind of gets Murphy over.
Yeah. I can see that.
How you doing now?
What's up?
We've had a good stream tonight, no issues. Everything looks good. I think our internet company is starting to figure out what's going on. So, hopefully, not.
Well, it's funny. We figure it out after they take all their crap.
Yeah.
And leave.
Yeah. W thinks Mojo is a joke. If I was WWE, I'd send Mojo to XFL.
So, Buddy Murphy was still sitting out at ringside. He helped Seth and AOP beat down KO Joe.
Yes.
And then, the Monday Night Messiah and AOP won the match.
Yep.
And I was sitting there, I was going, please, Buddy, please, don't do this. Don't join him. Don't go to the dark side. I really like you, and I just can't like you if you join with Seth and AOP.
I love how Seth sticks his arms
Seth
up.
was like,
I'm all it, and you guys
come on,
just come and give me a hug.
Come on, bro. And then Buddy Murphy's like,
yes.
And I was like, wow.
Oh God, will the Undertaker have a Mania match this year? I hope not.
If he does, it might be his last one.
As of right now, I'd say yeah. No Eric Young, no Shelton Benjamin.
But last year was the first year that Undertaker...
Come on, push them or you use them more. I think that there's a possibility you could start to see them, or, the whole NXT thing, if they're going to send some people back there, maybe they go back there.
Last year was the first year that Undertaker didn't have a Mania match. So, I don't know if he'll have one this year. If he does, I would assume it'd probably be like one of his last Mania matches, because I don't foresee him going much longer.
No, I don't think so either. I think that he's probably about done. I think so. Just I think. Could be wrong. Good night, guys. Now, see y'all Wednesday and Friday. And great setup, and remember to always stay in the man. Thanks, James. Have a good evening. We will see you on Wednesday.
So, yeah. Buddy Murphy's joined AOP and
Undertaker last match against... That would be interesting. Last match against Buddy Murphy. That would be... tell you what, that would be interesting. I think that, that would get Murphy over, ultimately, I think, is if he could beat, go in and beat Taker.
Yeah.
What is your favorite storyline in WWE right now? Low-key, I like the whole Mandy and Otis thing. I like the Mandy and Otis thing right now, too.
My favorite storyline in WWE right now.
A Tiger's in Rowan's cage. Actually, I'm going to say I don't think there's anything in Rowan's cage. I think that it's probably empty.
Except the thing is, Mojo Rawley had a really bad, reaction to it. He was like, oh my God, what is in it? Why would you carry that around, bro?
It was Rowan's underwear.
So
freaked him out.
So I don't know. I don't know what's in it, but I'm just kind of over it,
Imagine Taker putting over a new guy that will be better. Buddy Murphy's a safe worker. Yeah, I agree. Taker put Cena over and Jeff Hardy. Why not Drew, McIntyre, or Murphy? I agree. I think putting them over would help out. I don't know that he needs to put over McIntyre. Just because I think McIntyre's going to get over on his own with what he's doing. I think that he could definitely help put Murphy over just because of where he's at right now. but I think that he could definitely, and again, maybe this whole setup with Murphy and Seth Rollins and that whole thing is going to um, get him over anyway. Aleister Black is still winning. How about Black versus Taker? Again, I think it might be an interesting match.
Were you gonna answer the question?
Which one?
What's your favorite storyline in WWE currently?
Oh, my favorite storyline. Going back to that. I like the Seth thing. I just wish they would have pulled the trigger on it sooner.
My favorite storyline currently is probably not just okay. You guys are gonna be like, oh, it's just because it's Becky, but it has nothing to do with Becky. It's just the fact that the Asuka Becky storyline has been built up so well over the last several months, and the way that they've done it and played it out, that it's like really interesting, and I can't wait to see their match at the Rumble to see if Becky does get her redemption on Asuka, or if Asuka beats the man once again, and then what does Becky do from there? I'm really curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Because it's been really interesting the way that they've built it up.
I agree.
Raven, joining the library, you saw she practically like a teacher.
Yes, definitely.
So I would say that's my favorite storyline currently is the Asuka Becky, Maven and Peter Avalon.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the
librarian. Maven and Peter Avalon. That's funny.
I don't like the librarian. I don't like the librarians. Librarians, because there are two of them.
There's two.
I don't like them.
There are those.
They haven't even been on like.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Nope.
Haha. Yeah, because you're a teacher.
Yep. Quiet, you're in the library.
I like library books.
Library books?
You
mean books from the library?
Yeah, library books. Books from the library?
They using Sean Spears, does that make AEW good? LOL. The problem, again, here's the issue you have with AEW. They don't, they do one show a week for 2 hours. And I think trying to get everybody out there and trying to get everybody noticed, I think it makes it hard. And since they allow their wrestlers to go compete,
they have 2 shows a week.
Well, the AEW After Dark. I mean, since they allowed their people to go, other places and wrestle in other organizations, I think it's a little bit different than what WWE has to deal with. I've been saying it's time to get a mid-card belt. Yes, I agree. I think they do need a mid-card belt. Does anybody want to talk about anything else?
Yeah, AOP and Seth Rollins, they need a name. Because KO Joe Show works.
The apocalyptic.
It works all together.
I don't know.
I was thinking the Architects of Pain, we can stick with AOP.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I could do that.
But at the same time, because it was the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
That was what AOP stood for. But if you want to throw Seth in that mix, he's, the architect.
Does anybody have thoughts on Tessa Blanchard?
I don't think it was bad that they pulled the trigger and put the belt on her, but
Seth needs a new theme. WWE lazy. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think it was bad that they pulled the trigger on Tessa winning the title, but at the same time I do, just because of everything that happened, and all the controversy and stuff. I just don't know how great that makes Impact look.
Fiend vs. Taker at Mania would be good. A Buried Alive match is not very PC in 2020, but if the execution is pulled off right, I think it would be the main Fiend in a bigger spotlight, and finally the dead man can stay dead. That would be an interesting thing to do. I think that if they did that and that was kind of his last match, and political correct, I don't know that there's a whole thing, a huge thing about political correctness, and so I don't. The PC police can just go somewhere else. It's wrestling. It's a show. I don't get the whole PC police because here's the problem with wrestling fans, okay? They are so they have no clue. They can't separate. They don't understand that when these people are tweeting out on Twitter, it's part of their character.
Yeah.
And they like flip out over some of the things they say. And I'm like, in most cases, they're just staying in with their character. They've just expanded the wrestling aspect out into real life with Twitter. And so when people get upset about some of the things that are said, it's ridiculous.
See, this is why it's funny.
What's the deal with Tessa? Well, just the fact that they called her out for some of the names that were. She used the N word to. Do you remember who it was?
No, it was something. It was something.
And then they said she's bullied some people, and the bullying part. There's a fine line between bullying. I mean, I get there are people that are bullied, but I've seen people like complain about being bullied because someone was looking at them.
But still, if a whole bunch of people have come out and said this, I don't think it's a deal of like, oh, she looked at me sideways, so yeah, she was bullying me, like.
So what's bullying? I mean, if you say, okay, hey, get your act together and like grow up and like do,
but not even that. That's not even like what people have said.
If you don't know what was said, then I don't think you can sit here and say anything.
A lot of people came out and were like, yeah, she said this, that, and the other thing about me, and she was like bullying us and saying all these like not nice things.
I can't stop. I won't stop. I want it all. She's the new Impact champion. Okay, Impact, this is your last. Don't lose Tessa. She's the female version of AJ Styles. I agree. Fake Razor and Diesel should be in the Rumble match this year. Are they still alive?
The fake Diesel was Kane.
Well, but I'm sure they've had someone else do it though, haven't they?
No, I'm pretty sure the fake Diesel was Kane.
Is he the only one?
I think it was Kane. Was he Kane? I thought it was Kane. The fake Diesel?
I thought the fake Diesel was
I swear to you it was Kane.
Was Isaac Yankem, whoever that guy was. I could be wrong. Fake Razor passed away. How bad is the whole Tessa thing now?
Kane. It was Kane.
I think some of it's kind of dropped off, and it's not not a huge thing now. Was it Kane?
Yeah, it was Kane. See? It's Kane. And Isaac Yankem. That was Kane.
That was Kane too?
Yeah.
Oh. Kane's played with a lot of people.
He has. It was before he was
Before
Kane.
He finally got over as being Kane.
Yeah. He had to try all this different crap,
That's crazy. Rick passed away. Yeah, rest in peace, Rick. Alright. I think with that, unless you guys have something else you want to talk about.
Oh, I was going to say, the speech she said at the end, they didn't even film it and put it on Impact. It was on, somebody videoed it on while they were there live at the event and then put it on Twitter afterwards. And essentially what she said was like, it doesn't matter what you all say about me, regardless, I'm your Impact champion and blah, 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 blah. And like, it just, the whole thing sounded, it was kind of bad. And people were like, And so, there are a lot of people that are really upset about it. And there's a lot of people that are like, okay, whatever, who cares, And so, and then I guess there are some people that are like, woo, cool, go Tessa,
Yeah.
Sweet, female,
I mean, I agree.
Female champ, sweet.
Yeah.
James is back.
Who did the AEW sign Glean? And what do you think about that Marty Scurll as GM? The Brian Cage is what I've been seeing about the AEW signing. That's the big name I've heard that they had signed. So yeah, and Becky is the best. James, I thought you were gone. You just keep coming back, James. You love our show so much, you keep coming back. Not that we don't like it. We appreciate it because you're awesome, James.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean it's one of those things that let's see here. It starts with a C. Starts with a C. Are we talking about who they signed?
Cage.
Brian Cage? Oh, yeah. I saw Luke Harper. Did you see the picture with him and Sammy Guevara?
At
a hockey game?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Rey Mysterio should have had that as a role. Yeah, I mean, that would have been good. I think that would have been a good one, Jono. They got a monster now. They need Luke Harper. I think I think Luke Harper would be a good fit there right now. I think it'd be a good fit.
I'm trying to check Twitter real quick before
think it would
we
help
get off.
out.
Make sure there is nothing else.
Make sure there's no other news.
Yes, make sure there's nothing else.
So yeah, I think AEW, sign those guys, sign Brian Cage, and we'll see what happens and see how they use him. Here's the thing I don't like. I don't like having like the information being out there. I wish that that would have been like a surprise thing, and